Hi, Reed Johnson here, working on the Smartwatch. It's time to add some interest to the watch face and show some what's happening on this display panel. To do that, we're going to add a decal, an image that sits right on top of the watch face to show what could be happening here on top of the watch face. So let's go over to Fusion 360. We've got our watch to this point here. It's a watch and it's blank. Let's add some interest to this watch face. To do that, I'm going to add in a decal. Before I get started, let's add a little bit more visual space to our Fusion 360 window. I'm going to hit the X up here on the data panel to close that. It's still there. I can come back to it anytime by hitting this Show Data Panel button up in the upper left hand side. But that's going to give me a little bit more real estate to add this decal. I'm going to zoom in with my mouse. I'm using the scroll wheel, pressing it down to pan and scrolling in and out to zoom in and out. Here under my Insert menu, I'm going to pull this menu down and I'm going to click on Decal to insert a decal. The first thing I'm asked is, what face do you want the decal placed on? It says no selection right now. I'm going to come over here, hover over the face. It's going to highlight, click one time, and that face is now selected. Now I'm going to pick an image. I click on Select Image, and you can place any image you'd like to on your watch face. I'm going to pick this image that I created ahead of time in Sketchbook, Autodesk Sketchbook, and I will say open. I think it's a good idea to pick an image that's a PNG format with a transparent background. That gives the cool effect that the image is floating directly onto your model. Now I want to get this decal centered on this watch face. I'm going to click up here on my top view, click one time on the navigation cube, looking at the top. Now I can move this and center it and rotate it, adjust it how I need to. Now to do that, I get this control that I can use. So I've got a rotate. If I hover over this, it makes a nice big circle. I can rotate it any direction. I've got arrows to move it left or right, up or down. I've got a big square. Let me move it in any direction, X or Y. I can flip the entire image in two directions. And then these finer lines here are for scaling. I can scale left and right, up and down, or in both directions. So first off, I want to grab the square in the middle and approximately center my image. Next, I can grab the curved line here. I click and drag and scale this. And I can use these in conjunction. I can move and scale at the same time to get the image exactly where I want it. When I think I've got it where I want it positioned, I can come back to my view cube, hit the home icon, takes me back to the overall view, and I can hold shift and press my scroll wheel down to orbit. Make sure everything looks good and that my image isn't hanging off the edges too badly. Looks like it's hanging off a little bit on the bottom here, so I can move this up and or I can scale it a bit. Make sure it's not hanging off the edge there. Once I'm happy with this image and the decal placement, I can simply click OK. I like to click on the home icon to center it all up there, and now it's a good time to hit save to make a new version. Save, and then say OK to add a new version.